Hey guys, Rolando Rodriguez here with xgains.com. We got workouts that work, eats that satisfy, and everything else you need to reach your lifestyle goals. See a video showing what I typically purchase for my eating, especially when I do a low carb, high fat, the ketosis approach to eating. Typical grocery list of what I buy, and it lasts for about 2 weeks. And then I'm going to show you a day of eating from that grocery list. And I talk about a lot of stuff in this video. I talk about tips and tricks that I use to make the food taste a little better. Items like why you should buy grass-fed butter, cage-free eggs versus non-cage-free eggs, how to make good eggs in my opinion, how to keep chicken tasting tasty if you gotta reheat it up, and other just tidbits that come to my mind, and actually the meal replacement plan that I use on a daily basis, which I'm actually drinking right now. Hey guys, so I'm about to start the high-fat, low-carb diet again. Low-carb, high-fat. I just feel better doing the keto approach to eating. So I'm about to show you guys the staples that I get when I go grocery shopping to start it off. Stuff that I found pretty easy and tasty. So anyways, here we go. So we got my fridge right here. It looks beautiful. Got some kids' artwork. And my niece right there, chilling. Anyways, so, and there's my sister-in-law. Here's the favorite picture that I have on my refrigerator of my 2 boys. Anyways, I use, and you can get this at Costco, grass-fed butter, Kerrygold. I got brown eggs, a whole bunch actually. We got some broccoli. We got some ground beef, and then under that you got some fatty, it's not, okay. Say hi, Gorda. Say hi. No? Okay. I got a whole bunch of spinach. Here we have Taylor Farm Caesar salad kit. And this is sold at Costco. And then we got a whole bunch of cheeses. That's what actually Gorda was trying to get into. I like this mild provolone that I put on top of my chicken when I grill it. And then we got some goat cheese, these Baby Bell whole fat cheeses, which are pretty good snacks. And then we got these. Oh no, ¿qué pasó? See, that's what happens if you try to get whipped cream, Gorda. You okay? Yeah. Then we got some bacon over there from Kirkland, and we also have these sausages. And then in the bottom, we got some mushrooms, these French green beans, which I think are good enough to eat by themselves. You don't got to do anything with them. So why are the avocados in the refrigerator? Well, because I realized they can hold up instead of being there for, 4 or 5 days, a couple of weeks if you leave them in the refrigerator. So it's 3:05. It's lunchtime. I made a video showing you guys what I typically purchase when I go grocery shopping about every 2 weeks. As you guys saw, it's a lot of salads and a lot of meats and fats, really. But I'm going to show you what that grocery shopping list will produce. Right now, I'm about to set up lunch, and what I'm going to have is some chicken marsala, which my wife made earlier in the week. I'm going to microwave it, and I'm also going to have some Caesar salad with that. The one that I showed you on the video earlier, the Taylor Farm Caesar salad kit, which you can get from Costco, or we get from Costco. And it serves about 5, but if I have this for dinner with some chicken, I'll eat the whole thing. My wife actually is on vacation with the kids this week, but she went ahead and set up pretty much my week's worth of food for me, which was awesome. Love you, Nina. So as you see, I'm just going to take 2 of the chicken breasts out. And then I'm going to heat up the other pieces of chicken that's in there. And then when I'm done eating this for lunch today, I'll put these 2 pieces of chicken that are cold back inside that and store that sauce and everything in the refrigerator. So then that way, these pieces of chicken aren't reheated more than once, right? Now in terms of making the salad kit, pretty much what I do, it's very, very simple. I'll open this up, pour it all inside this bowl. I add 1 lemon to it. Is this a lime or a lemon? I don't know. I add some salt to taste. And I actually use the pink Himalayan salt for the mineral content. I actually love to eat with red pepper flakes, so I'll put some red pepper flakes in the salad as well. The kit brings everything you need, so it's already got a salad dressing in there, and it's got some Parmesan cheese. I might add some extra Parmesan cheese, but I do add a lemon or a lime, I think it's whatever, some salt, and some red pepper flakes. There is one thing I forgot to let you know that I add to the salad typically, which is if I'm having it for dinner, I'll add a avocado in there. But since I'm having this Caesar salad for lunch today, I'm gonna have the avocado for dinner tonight, just because the chicken marsala's already got a good bit of fat in there, and the Caesar salad in general has got enough for me, especially with the cheese that I'm gonna put on it. So I might have half this salad, or I might have the whole thing. This is, you know, one whole package of the one that I just showed you, already stirred up and mixed with red pepper flakes to my liking. I just think it's easier to mix it in this big old bowl. I have a personal problem trying to toss salad, so I do it in a big bowl. But I'll have that with this chicken marsala, which if I turn it, the juice is going to flow out, but I do eat the juice and some cheese on top with some mushrooms. And that's the lunch for today. Peace. Okay, so it's dinner time, and it is time for picadillo today. Again, my wife made some food for me before she went on vacation, but typically she'd just make it and we'd have it that day. So picadillo is ground beef with tomato sauce. I'll have the recipe linked down below, but I'll probably have, and it's 88% lean, 12% fat meat. I'll have probably a cup to 2 cups of picadillo. There's some onions in there, a little bit just diced, and green peppers. And I'll have that with an avocado. Normally, if I'm doing carbs, I would have it with probably a half cup of rice. So a half cup of rice to a cup of picadillo. But since I'm not having any carbs or reduce, actually just limiting my carbs because I'm doing 50 grams or less a day, I'm probably going to have a cup to 2 cups of ground beef, and I would have it with some type of salad. I'll eat anywhere from an avocado to 2 avocados a day. Especially anytime that I have a salad, an avocado is definitely going in there. So dinner tonight's pretty much going to be a whole avocado on a mini plate. Shout out to my daughter Ella, who's currently enjoying the beach, hopefully. And about a cup of picadillo. And if you can see the sauce in there, it's the 12%, again, it's 88% lean, 12% fat that I use, ground beef that actually my wife uses to cook with. And she might strain some of the fat when I'm watching my fat intake, but since I'm doing the ketogenic approach, high fat, low carb, I'm keeping that 12% fat in there to up the fat that I'm getting for the day. So a couple more meals before the night's over. It's 6:30, and I need to get them both in before 9 to fit in my 6-hour feeding window. Okay, so it's about 8:15 or so. I actually wait till the last meal of the day to typically do this, but what I do right before going to bed normally is I'll have a couple eggs, anywhere from 3 to 4 eggs. And then these eggs are the brown eggs. I actually think cage-free eggs are worth it because you can tell the shell's harder and the yolk is more yellow. And I just personally think it tastes better. And there's something about cracking an egg and having the shell disintegrate that makes you think, maybe this egg isn't the best. So anyways, I get 3 to 4 eggs. And then, as I showed y'all before, Kerrygold butter. I'll use about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons, depending on how many eggs I eat. In terms of grass-fed beef, right, or products that come from grass-fed cattle, it's really all about the fat content. If you're worried about the benefits that you get from grass-fed, it's really not in the meat itself, it's in the fat. So if you're buying fatty cuts of meat, cool. The fat profile is better for grass-fed beef. But if you are just getting a lean cut of meat, so like a sirloin, you don't need to pay for grass-fed. Now, because butter is practically the fat from the milk, I do purchase grass-fed butter, and I think there's a difference visually in the color and in the taste. It's not as filmy for some reason. There's really no trick to the way I make eggs, except I will say this: don't add milk, don't add water to make them fluffy. All that I think is mumbo jumbo. The way you make some eggs fluffy is by stirring them and getting some air inside the egg. If you whisk the egg enough to make it fluffy and you cook it right, it's going to be fluffy itself. And believe it or not, I don't think there's anything better than some butter, a good amount of butter on your eggs, and salt. And if you see these eggs, here's the shell. It didn't disintegrate like the other ones normally do. So, just make sure to whisk those bad boys and get some air in there. And I really think that the fluffiness comes from making sure you get some air folded in there when you whisk it up, but also from cooking it and just slightly rotating the spatula around and letting the eggs actually cook themselves a bit before you start breaking them all up. And you can see the eggs. That's a profile of the egg. Pretty fluffy. No milk included and or water, because you don't need it. Just some salt to taste, and I do like salt on my food. Salt food to taste. And if you're sweating a lot during the day and you're feeling like your electrolytes are low, you know, you're feeling sluggish, maybe it's because you dropped your salt intake for whatever reason, or you're not getting enough. Just something to think about. Okay, so the final thing I eat at night is Shakeology, which is pretty much a meal replacement. It's got a bunch of probiotics, prebiotics, superfoods, got some protein in there. The way they market it is it's your healthiest meal of the day. I started taking it about 2 years ago now, and I think over those 2 years I might have missed 5 days where I just didn't drink it because I was sick. But ever since I started taking it, and I wrote about this before, I'll have the blog link down below, I just started to crave different types of foods and actually stop craving a lot of foods in general, specifically the sweet type foods. But I remember the first day we were at the beach where I noticed something was up, because instead of eating and wanting a burger with fries, I wanted, I think it was like a chicken wrap with a salad, and my body was asking myself to get that food in my belly. And that's when I said, well, what's up? Something's changed. I do chocolate. I used to do just with milk, but when I started low carb, high fat approach, I would do it only with water. I put some cinnamon, and then I putting a scoop of BCAAs in it. I lose a lot of mass in my arms when I lose weight, and I noticed again when I started doing some BCAAs and the eggs religiously before going to bed, that I was able to keep the mass on while I was dropping back down to my lower beach weight. So I take a scoop of this, I take some BCAAs, I put a scoop of that in there, I take cinnamon, put about, I don't know, a tablespoon maybe, and now I was typically doing that with water, but now I'm doing it with some almond milk, because I had this the other day, and I just wanted to taste it because here my friends love it. And straight up by itself, it's not bad, but it wasn't that good. I love whole milk, so I like the thickness of milk, and this didn't really have it. But mixed with the Shakeology, 1,000 times better than water. It gives it a little flavor and a consistency that's a bit thicker. And this almond milk has 1 gram of carbohydrates per cup, and it's got a lot of potassium, which is good for you. If I wasn't watching my carbs, I'd be drinking it with whole milk, because there is no replacing whole milk in my opinion. So I put this stuff in a NutriBullet. Guess where I got it? Where I get all my food? Costco. Love the Costco pizza too, by the way. But anyways, so I fill this bad boy up with the almond. Oh, just dropped that. Milk to where you need to. A little more. And then the Shakeology, as you can see in the back, all the superfoods and nutrition that it brings to you. And it's not bad, actually. You might be wondering how you're drinking Shakeology and doing a keto, low carb, high fat approach. Like I told you guys, I try to stay under 50 grams if possible a day. That's certainly about 75 is my max daily. But this only has 17 grams of carbs total. And if you're doing the net, it actually has 6 grams of fiber. So it's not bad for you at all in terms of sugar, even though carbs is sugar, but other sugar is 6 grams. If you're looking for a protein, and this is a meal replacement, this isn't a protein shake, but the sugars back here and the carbs got me thinking about people who go out there and either get a protein bar or a protein shake that's high in sugar. Here's the thing, your protein bar or your protein shake needs to at least have 15 grams of protein and 5 grams or less of sugar. Okay, this has 6 grams, but this is power packed with nutrition. It's a meal replacement, not just a protein shake. But you need to look at what you're intaking in terms of sugar for those healthy protein shakes or snacks that you're having, those bars that are supposed to, you know, be helping you out instead of actually hurting your progress. In terms of what it looks like, it's, you know, just a scoop. I actually got a gold scoop because I, you know, drink it 360 days a year, and they gave me a gold scoop, which I don't know where I placed it, but it was like a little trophy. That was something funny. And if you guys are interested in this, I'll have a link down below where you can buy it. I don't really push those products too much on this channel, but I definitely do sell them. And you'll see the link below if you're interested. I also have a link about Shakeology and my before and after in 30 days. Scoop of BCAAs, put it in the NutriBullet, and then this, guess where this comes from? Kirkland. Man, they should be paying me, but they're not. And then I need to look for the top because I don't know where it is. My wife did the dishwasher before she left, which is awesome, but she probably expects me to do it when she returns. Tighten this bad boy up. And the NutriBullet, if you haven't seen it, it looks like that. And you place this thing on top. So I guess it looks like a bullet's the whole idea. Press it down. And you're done. And this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. Taking the tripod off. It's like I could pour it in a white glass and make it look fancy, but seeing you, I drink it straight from here. My son actually loves the vanilla, Alejandro. You see I was checking out a movie in the background. You see Apple TV spinning. Just saw Dope. The movie was dope, especially if you grew up in the 90s. Definitely should watch it. It was awesome. And if you didn't grow up in the 90s, you should probably still watch it because you're going to realize why the 90s were so awesome. Peace. Hey guys, hope you liked that video. Please let me know if you got any questions or comments down below. If you haven't already done so, when you like the channel, please subscribe. That'll help me out a lot, and share it with your friends. My name is Rolando Rodriguez with xgains.com. That's X dash the symbol, not the word gains.com. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Peace.